Hi, sweet babies. We are here with my very first AMA for Lady Romy. I've done quite a few AMAs for the Fresh Baked fans, but those are usually a different set of questions, and they're mainly Disney based. But this is just going to be for the Lady Romy channel and the Lady Romy homies. And I'm kind of excited to do this because this might give a little bit more glimpse into my world and who I am. And mainly, I just like to be in contact with you guys, to be real. I really do. I think that, I think it's a scary, scary time right now. I won't try to get too into it, but I know you all know what I'm talking about. And, people can be rough, and it can be really hard to get through a normal day, and sometimes you feel really alone, and I know how that feels. I feel that way very often, but I am very lucky to have all of you guys, and luckily for me, sometimes it's a lot easier for me to get out of those lonely moments because I really do realize how much you guys are here for me. And just because there's an internet barrier doesn't mean that we're not homies and we don't have each other's backs. And I just really appreciate that. So I'm just hoping that this will just continue to show you guys that we're all in this together, and we're all just trying to make this world a little bit better, a little bit more magical. And yeah, hopefully we can have some fun questions in here. So let's see what we got. By the way, I will be painting during this. I'm working on my Tahiti painting, so don't mind me. One of the first questions that I will be answering is from Bangarang Darling. These are all from Instagram, by the way. And she asked, what are your escapes from the world? The little things that you do for yourself to make you happy. With so many stressors and bad things that can happen, honestly, Fresh Baked is such a positive thing. I look forward to coming home and watching it every day, especially on the difficult, stressed out Max days. You guys make me smile, so thanks for that and stuff. So you're welcome and stuff. And I do appreciate that you guys really do take us for who we are, and you really do appreciate that that's all we're trying to do. That's all we ever came into, like, the idea of Fresh Baked, is to just kind of bring you guys some magic and some smiles. And I'm glad that we can do that. Sometimes I feel bad because Disneyland can get really crowded, and then it doesn't always make for the best videos, and then I'm like, we have to give the people their smiles. But so some of my stressors, what I'm doing right now, this is one of my stressors. I firmly believe that I can make my own, like, money and Bruce, what is that? Okay, it's okay. Hey! So, some of the things that I like to do when I'm feeling stressed out, this being one of them. I love painting. I love arts and crafts in general. I have drawers and drawers and boxes and boxes and boxes and shelves and shelves and shelves upon shelves. Right to the right of you. Just full of all of my hard-earned money that I spend at Michael's and other stores like that. And I love creating stuff. I'm always inspired by the world and what goes on around me, and Disney and music and all of that. And music is my other stressor. Music is my world. If YouTube would let me have music, like my own music playing in the background that I like to listen to, that's not, non-copyrighted, I would have music playing for you guys right now, because there's always music playing in my house. There's always some jams going. I love to sing at the top of my lungs. I'm always singing. I have a very wide range of music taste, genres that I like to listen to. My presets on my radio in my car just range all over the place, from classical to NPR to hip hop. But those are some of my things. And food, honestly. I love food so much. It's stupid how much I love food. I'm constantly having to balance like healthy food and working out with the crap that I shovel in my face, because I love food and I love dessert more than anything. So, and I like to just kind of breathe once in a while. If I feel like I need to breathe, I will breathe. Self-care is so important, you guys. It's not even funny. So I'm going to answer another question from Fotina50. And she's asking, have you always been able to be free with your thoughts and expressions? Can't find my voice anymore for what I want or how I feel. That's a really good question, actually. And I'm going to say that I've always been free with my thoughts. I wasn't always free with my expressions, but that was more because of the like surroundings and the society that I lived in, not so much because of like friends or family or anything. But sometimes friends and sometimes family. It just all depends, honestly. You know, I've always, up in here, she's always been the same. I've never heard anybody different up there than the same little voice that I've heard since I was a little kid, if that makes sense. She's always been the same up there. So things that are coming into play today that other people kind of are like, oh, that's so cool. Like, I would have never, my life isn't like that or anything like that. Well, this is what I've wanted since I was a little kid, and this is what I've been manifesting since I was a kid. So it doesn't surprise me sometimes the little world that I've created, because this is the world that I wanted, and these are my thoughts, and this is how I've always felt. So I've pretty much always been the same person, but I didn't always feel like I could express myself because I was afraid of getting teased, and I did get teased, and then I just didn't care after a while. I did not enjoy high school. I did not enjoy junior high. Kind of some of junior high for the most part, but people were already mean at that time. And it just made it rough. It made it really rough to like, because I started to put on puberty weight and I wasn't healthy. So I wasn't like the thin little stick figure like girls that I was going to school with, and it made it very difficult for me because then I would get like teased or like picked on because I wasn't like them, and it didn't make any sense to me. It was weird. So but after a while, then I just started to learn who my real friends were, and then I started to learn that those people that I was afraid of, like speaking my opinion in front of, I didn't really like their opinion anyways. So what did it matter what they thought of my opinion, because their opinion was bunk to me. So, and I always got really good grades in school. I always got really good grades, and the faculty always enjoyed me, teachers and people in the office and teacher aides and everybody. They always enjoyed me. So I figured I can't be doing that much wrong. Maybe my peers are wrong. Maybe I'm not wrong. And after a while, I was not afraid anymore to just say what I thought and be who I was. And, you know, there was always going to be someone that was going to make fun of me and think that what I was doing was stupid, but I didn't think that it was stupid. So honestly, what did it matter if somebody else thought what I was doing was dumb? Because I was having a blast. So their problem, not mine. But yeah, for those who have problems expressing themselves, I don't want to die with people not knowing how I felt about stuff if it was important, you know? And if it's important, then speak on it. Make your voice heard. Okay, so this next question that I'm going to answer is from Riley Scholl, and she wants to know, how do you deal with being nervous, like if you're afraid of speaking in public, but you have a report to give? That's a great question. I used to get really, really nervous in school when it was my turn to speak. I know. Shocker. But I started to learn to raise my hand first. That's for sure. I learned to raise my hand first and get it over with. That is one of my best tips that I can tell you for anything, honestly. Just get it over with. Because I promise you, those nerves that you feel in your belly, they're not that fun to deal with at first. But when you just get it over with, then they all go away. And then you can just relax and watch everybody else. And then you like forget what your performance was even like. And then so do other people, because there's so many other people to speak after you. But it's okay. It's okay to be nervous, because that just means that you're a human and you have emotions. And it's okay. You know, there's plenty of things that you can be nervous about, but just know that, like, you're going to be okay. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Breathing is another essential thing that I think we forget is very crucial to helping us stay calm in any kind of situation. Take a deep breath. Try and go first and just get it over with. Keep your head up. Smile. Clear your throat if you need to. And, you know, if you stumble, that's okay, because you are a human, like I said. And humans make mistakes. And it's okay. And you know what? If someone laughs at you, whatever, screw them. Don't worry about it. You can laugh at yourself also, because you made a mistake. And you're just going to keep on going and keep on reading that report, and you'll probably get an A on it because you're really smart. So don't worry, you can get through it. There's like plenty of other things to be nervous about that are more or less silly than that. So don't trip, girlfriend. You're not alone. Okay, so this next question is from my little baby boo, Ryan, and he wants to know if I will just adopt him already. So that answer is yes. This next question will be from Mitchell C. 2001. What is the one thing that you would warn your teenage self about? Also, I love you. Well, I love you too, Mitchell. And honestly, oh my God. If there is one thing that I could warn my teenage self about, everything that you think that you are not doesn't matter. Everything that you want to become, you can. Anyone who does not accept what you enjoy right now will more than likely be obsolete very soon. And I promise you that your teenage years are just another chapter in your life. Your life is meant to be a book of beautiful stories. So if it is not a fun chapter right now, just keep turning pages and wait till the next chapter begins. And keep manifesting what you want in that next chapter, and your author will more than likely be listening. Question is from Definitely Not Cats, and they want to know, who is your biggest role model? I have a few different role models, honestly, and it all just kind of depends on like which genre we're talking about. If we're talking about like friends and family, my big sister, for like all big sister purposes, is definitely one of my role models. She actually just had a little baby. So I'm an auntie again, and I couldn't be more happy about that because I love all my little nieces, and now I finally have a nephew, so that's hella dope. She taught me a lot. She taught me to be an independent woman. She taught me to never depend on a man for anything, because anything a man can do, you can also do as a woman. So depend on yourself. And if a man wants to come along and help you, that's fantastic. But you shouldn't have to depend on him. And I really appreciated being taught that, because it still applies to me today. I think that a lot of like artists like musical artists. I was a really big fan of like Aaliyah. I was a huge fan. Still am. I only say was because, but I was a huge Aaliyah fan, and she was just so classy. I just thought she was just so beautiful and classy, but still like thug. So I really liked her. The Spice Girls. I was just big on like girl power. I was always really big on girl power. I thought that that was rad. I thought that that was like what spoke to me. And like I said, I always got good grades. I was really smart as a kid. I was always answering the teacher's questions, and I would get made fun of for being smart. It was apparently not cool to get good grades to a lot of my peers. I mean, it was cool to me, it was cool to my family, but it wasn't cool to them, and they'd make fun of me for being smart, and then I just kept getting A's, and I was like, what? Why do I care what you think again? What? Girl power, a lot of the girl power people, that just, it made me feel like I wasn't alone, I guess. And then, like today, if we're talking, I think Jenna Marbles is one of my biggest role models. I love her. And she inspired me to be speaking to my camera right now. And Todrick Hall is another inspiration of mine, because he just puts his talent towards everything, and he puts such dedication and hard work into his art, and it always shows. I very much appreciate that. I appreciate his dedication, because sometimes I can be really impatient, and art takes patience sometimes. So I appreciate that he does that. And I would say you guys are always inspiring me to be who I am and stay true to myself, and you guys always enjoy what I have to say. So anytime I'm kind of getting low on myself, I'm like, nah, screw that. The babies know that I'm there for them, and they want to hear what I have to say, so I have to stick true to myself. So this last question that I will be answering is from JessJim89, and she wants to know, how do you deal with negative comments? And that's really easy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that was rude. That was rude of me. No, negative comments are rude. So that's why that's my response to that. I can't stand people who hide behind their keyboards. I can't stand people who have nothing better to do with their time than to pick on somebody over the phone. I think it's terrible. I think it's miserable. I think it shows a lot about the person that's behind the keyboard, not in front of the phone. And I just ignore it, and I block the people. I block people so quick, it's not even funny. I had somebody the other day even tell me, like, I know you're gonna block me because blah blah blah. Well, at least you know. At least you know I'm gonna block you, because I ain't got time. I ain't got time for the haters. I don't have time for that kind of stuff. I really don't. If it's somebody that seems like they are genuinely trying to ask me a question, even if it seems like they're very negative about it, I might try to have a conversation with you to just show my side, if that helps. But if it's just straight negative, yucky, get out of here kind of stuff, I'd show them the front door. I think that's the best way. I don't think that you should pay attention to it. I think that if you've got a hater, you're probably doing something right. So just keep doing you, boo-boo. And yeah, I have some more questions on Instagram, but I think that I'm gonna save them for another video, because I think I've been blabbing forever. I feel like I've been blabbing forever. So hopefully we got some good information out there for you guys. And like I said, I just checked Instagram, and there's a lot of good questions on there. So I think we'll just do another AMA soon. So if you want some more questions answered, leave me a question in the comments below. If you liked this AMA, please give me a thumbs up. And just don't ever forget, if nobody loves you, Romy loves you. Bye, guys.